Hey grade 9s, last little video of our helpful videos to help you with our genetics and our Punnett squares kind of this week. So this last video, if you look in your actual file folder this week, there is a Word document called genetics problems, and that's going to be exactly what I'm going to put behind me, and I'm going to answer questions 1, 3, and 5, okay? So I want you to try and answer questions 2, 4, and 6 on your own. See how it goes. If you want to check, like if you want to ask me for answers and check my answers, just send me a little message and send me a picture of it, or we can have a little chat with it. But yeah, try those out because they'll be very similar to the assignment questions that you'll have kind of at the end of this week. So let's go over these questions and see how it goes. All right, so let's go. You just see me. Don't want to see me. We want to see this. All right. So it says a man has 2 dominant alleles. Okay. Don't want to go there. All right. It says 2 dominant alleles. That means, again, it's going to be cap letters. I'm just going to use B for the most part. So this is a dominant, uppercase B, and then little b is a recessive. Okay? So it says a man has 2 dominant alleles for dimples, and a woman has 2 recessive for dimples. Okay? So what is a genotype? Okay, so we have not talked about genotype and phenotype yet. What genotype means, genotype, is like, what's the code? So this is the code. Like big B, little b, or big B, little b. Okay, what is the code? What phenotype it means is like the actual physical characteristic, or what do we see? Physical characteristic. Make me spell on the spot. Okay? What do we see? Okay, do I see blonde hair? Or when this one we're talking about eyes? Dimples. This one we're talking about dimples. Do I see dimples? Are there no dimples? Okay, what do I actually see? So it's a man has 2 dominant alleles for dimples. Okay, that means this is the man. They're going to have big B, little b. Okay, 2 dominant alleles. So big B. And they have dimples. So that is what we see, dimples. A woman has 2 recessive, so little b, 4 no dimples, and no dimples. Okay, so that's what we're looking at when we say genotype, phenotype. Genotype is the code. Phenotype is like the physical characteristic, or what do we actually see? Okay, so there's question 1. Question 2, very similar. Go ahead and try it. Let's go to question 3. All right. Question 3. It says, use a Punnett square. Here's Punnett square. Predict the phenotypes and genotypes across between a plant that is heterozygous, so it gives you the actual code. So plant 1 is heterozygous. I'll use the Y's just because I do. Although I actually hate using Y's because they kind of look the same, but that's okay. Big Y, little y. And a plant that is homozygous green, so little. So off this we know that yellow is dominant and green is recessive because the green only shows up if there's 2 little ones. Okay? So how do I put this in here now? How do I actually use this Punnett square to figure out? We're not going to use this at all. Okay? But we're going to put like one of the plants and break this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the top here. And I'm going to put the big Y right here, and the little y right there. Okay? This plant is going to go on the side, and it doesn't matter if you put the top one on the side and this one here. It'll work out the same anyways. I just always usually put the top one on the top, the second one on the side. It has 2 little y's, so I'm going to put little y right here, little y right here. Now I'm going to fill in this box by connecting. So this box is connected to this and this. Okay? What this is going to show, the different possibilities of what like the next generation could be. So we're right now having like plants, like peas plants. Okay, and then when they actually like cross-pollinate, what are the new plants look like? And so this is going to show what the possibility of the new plants. Okay? And so this is like anything. If you have a white flower and a pink flower and they cross-pollinate, what do you get? This is the thing. I have a yellow pea plant and a green pea plant. What are the possibilities that I'm going to get in the next round? Okay? Like when there's new pea plants. All right. I have a big B, sorry, big Y, little y. This one, this box is this one and this one. So little y, this one, big Y, little y, little y, little y. Okay, what are my possible phenotypes? What could I see? Well, here, these 2 out of the 4 would be yellow. And these 2 would be green. And what are my possible genotypes? What are my possible codes? You either have big Y, or little y, little y. Okay, so 50% of the time we'll get some yellow plants, 50% of the time we'll get some green plants. Alright? Hopefully that kind of made sense. Again, there's some really good videos that I sent you as well that'll help explain this as well. But hopefully I went slow enough through that way you can do it. I'll do this one more time with one more question. We'll go through question 5. Question 5. I just needed to zoom out a little. Okay. So it says brown eye colors in humans is dominant. So most people in this world are more brown or green eyes compared to blue eyes. Okay, brown eye is dominant. Over blue eyes. It says use a Punnett square, predict the phenotypes and genotypes when a homozygous brown. Okay, so homozygous means it's the same. They're going to have both the same, and there's brown, so it's dominant. So the first person's going to be big B, big B. Homozygous same, brown is dominant. And then the mother is a homozygous blue, so little b, because homozygous same, and blue eye means like the recessive. Okay, so there's parent 1, parent 2. Again, don't need this part. So let's split this up. On the top, a big B and a big B. Mom goes here, little b, little b. Let's see what the parent, like the actual kids could be. So dad is big B, brown eyes. Mom is blue eyes. So let's, in this box, I can get a big B and a little b. This box, I can get a big B and a little b. Same here. Big B, little b, going here, and same thing. So they're all exactly the same. What are my possible phenotypes? What am I going to see? Well, all of these have a big B, little b. That means all the kids are going to be brown-eyed because that's a dominant trait. Yes, the blonde is there, but unfortunately when we have 2 that are different, the dominant is the only thing that shows, so all the kids are going to have brown eyes. And then the genotype is big B, little b. Now we kind of call this a carrier code, because all the kids are going to carry the little b, and let's say they marry, like this child then grows up, marries somebody that has blue eyes, their kids again could have a lot of blue eyes, okay? So even though that they have brown eyes, their kids could still have blue eyes, and so they're carrying that code, okay? So there's another example of how to kind of go through a Punnett square and actually go through this and kind of look at what the possibilities of the next generation are for certain traits and for certain codes. Hopefully this helps. If you need any help whatsoever, just message me and I can definitely help you out. All right, class, thanks so much. Hopefully this helped a lot. Have a great day.